Hey everybody, welcome to the 10th episode of the exclusively solo Wait a minute. Today's not exclusively solo. That's right. We have a guest today, which means this is technically the first episode of exclusively solo plus one. I'm not even going to fix that. This is the intro. I don't care. Exclusively solo plus one. We have a guest today. It's one of my really good friends, and she's great, and I was really happy to have her on. So I hope you guys enjoy. We talk about being Jewish. We talk about being stupid. I don't know. We talk about a lot of cool stuff. And by cool stuff, I mean it's just nonsense. We kind of just start talking, which is great. So hope you guys enjoy today's episode. Today's 10th episode of the entire podcast, but really the first episode of something more to come. All right. See you guys later at the end of the episode. Enjoy. All right. So... why did you want to talk about being Jewish?
Oh, because you're my Jew friend.
I'm glad I'm your Jew friend. Okay.
Wait.
So specifically, I guess I wanted to ask.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Before we begin.
Okay.
I need everyone to know that I know you IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the first guest on this podcast?
Yes, you are.
Excellent. This is my 2020 accomplishment. Okay, back to Judaism.
Okay, Judaism. All right. So I guess here's my question on your side of Judaism. Are you new to Judaism, or is that something you've always been practicing?
Yeah, boy. I was with the Christians until I found out that my paternal grandfather was of Jewish relations.
Okay.
Don't know if he was Jewish. Don't know if he was just with the Jews, but it led me down the path, and then I converted, and now it's official.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know the most, because I have somewhat Jewish blood in me. I still need to take one of those DNA tests to figure it out how much, but it's definitely on my dad's mom's side where the Judaism comes in.
Dad's mom's side?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your father's mother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's patrilineal as well.
Yeah.
Wow, neither of us would be considered Jewish by the Orthodox.
No, not at all, which is funny. And because she has a Jewish name, or she had a Jewish name, like Lois. I forgot what her surname was before she got married.
Can I tell you the story about my encounter with an Orthodox rabbi who pushed me out of the way on a Hanukkah night?
Okay, go for it. Why did that happen?
That was the story. I was at a Hanukkah event, and I was in line for food with my friends, and then the rabbi brushed by me and then pushed me to the side to get to the front to talk to somebody. I think I don't think he was actually trying to get food either. Anyways, I just felt very that wasn't very Jewish of him to do.
I mean, what makes a Jew a Jew?
It's a good question. That's what they asked on my first day of conversion class.
Really? Ooh. Oh wow. Wait, you had a conversion class?
Yeah, that's how it works. You have to go and learn about the Jewish lifestyle to make sure it's something you want to commit to, because then once it's official, you get your name sent to the American Jewish Archives. If there is another Holocaust.
Is that right? Is that why it exists, in case there's another Hitler?
That's not why, but that was my thoughts when they did that. I was like, wow, there's no hiding it now. Anti-Semitism rises, but that's okay.
Because that would be kind of cool.
Jewish. Proud.
If that is why they did it. They're just a contingency plan, just to make sure all of them are accounted for. Yeah, I don't know how Jewish I am. I just remember I was made fun of for being Jewish in what was it, middle school, high school, kind of, because when it would get curly, people would be like, "Are you Jewish?" But it was specifically one dude who would go around calling me math Jew, and I was like, okay. And this was before I found out. When I found out that I have some Jew in me, which is pretty hot. I started dating someone who was German, and my dad the first thing he asked me when I told him I was dating someone, he was like, "Is she German?" I said, "Yeah." I asked, "Why does that matter?" I was like, "'Cause you're a Jew." And I'm like, "Oh fuck." Or you're a little Jewish, and I was like, "Oh man."
your father was concerned enough that was the first question he asked, but not concerned enough to ever tell you that you were actually a Jew?
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I was what, 13? I mean, that's
You
just how
had
my dad is when all that
you had a
shit.
bar mitzvah.
I mean, when one of the times I told him I was interested in someone when I was in band, I told him that she was a flute player, and he immediately asked, "Oh, does she play the skin flute?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know."
That is a penis joke.
uh,
Father said that?
yes, yeah, my dad said that. My dad is a very, very funny man who doesn't like to take a lot of things seriously, which is fine by me. But yeah, he did say that.
And did she in fact play the skin flute?
I will never know. I will only maybe hope. I don't know. Saying that kind of sounds weird. I hope she did.
I hope that my 13-year-old lover. I had a thought before I got onto this call, and I was like I said, I'm only on here because I follow your stories, and I said I want to be the first guest on exclusively solo. And look at me, dreams do come true. But I was like, Matt, wait, do people on here know your full name? Do I need to censor it?
No, you don't. You don't. I don't care.
Okay. Matthew, Ryan, Kelly, and I go back, and I was thinking about how like many side projects we've tried to do or slash do, and I'm like, what did I think we talk about this podcast? Because honestly, I have all these fond memories of you, but I don't actually know what we do. I just know that we kind of exist.
I don't know what we do.
The same wavelength. But I'm like, I can't really think of anything that we actually like do. We go to the movies, but not anymore because of COVID.
Yeah.
You have charisma.
Of course, yes.
And we sang Dr. Horrible.
I hate that.
And that's about it. We watch horror movies.
Most of that's probably mostly what our biggest thing together is right now, is probably the horror thing.
And we have an abandoned Google document because somebody hasn't written their part of the story.
I did. I thought I did.
I don't think. I'll double check.
You double check, yeah. We might just need to restart fresh. But
yeah.
What was I gonna say? You know what AMC's doing for their theaters, right?
No.
So because they're going out of business, because COVID, right? They have decided to just rent out their theaters. So for like $100, you could either go alone or with up to you and 19 other people to watch a movie. And in like a theater.
What's the theater that we go to? Is it AMC?
We went to Regal, but
okay.
It's only a select few, and thankfully the one at the I just doxed myself. Is as a AMC, that one's a certified one. The only drawback is that it's no new movies, and I don't know.
That's true. They don't do that.
I mean, I can look real quick.
They got those nice seats though.
They do. AMC.com.
I had croissants the other day that were called Big and Buttery, and they smelled like movie theater popcorn.
It's the butter, man. I don't do it. Oh, are they not doing it anymore? Motherfucker.
I heated up warm cat food today.
Wait, you did what with warm cat food? Oh,
no. We were feeding the cat, and Clay microwaved the cat food to see if the cat would like it better warm. The cat didn't like it better warm.
Oh, they didn't?
It grossed me out, thinking about warm cat food.
That does sound kind of disgusting.
But Clay cleaned it out and threw it away, so that was good. I didn't have to eat with it too long.
I guess they're not doing it anymore. Let me see. Nope, they're open again. Damn it. Never mind. But yeah, they weren't doing... Pretty much it was just a bunch of old movies. The AMC thing or whatever.
No. What did you say?
Damn it?
Janet.
Oh, fucking God. I hate my life.
Still got it.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. Freaking... So, yeah, we did the horror movie thing. What was the last one we saw? Was it
Crawl?
No. It wasn't. It feels like it was, but it was
It was Stephen King, was it?
We saw It Chapter 2.
Did we?
We did. Which I believe came out after Crawl, because I refuse that Crawl is the last thing that we saw.
Okay, tell me this. What makes shark movies and the horror movie creature feature canon bad, because I want to make a good shark movie, but I
Okay.
can't really pinpoint current shark movies
Okay. Well,
bad.
because current shark movies are also made by people who don't know what the hell they're doing.
Like
Like,
Jaws only was people think Jaws is a good movie. It is, but I feel like Jaws like did all there was possible for shark movies. And how do we make another good one?
I
That's what
mean,
I want.
yeah, it kind of. I think it kind of almost took it away from other people being able to do it just because of how good it turned out to be. They kind of thought it was going to be a flop because of all the shit that was going on set and just the fact that the premise is a giant great white and humans fighting it.
Beautiful.
And it's not supernatural in any shape or form. It's just a big shark that just likes to eat people.
That's what Crawl did with alligators, or yeah, alligators.
Whatever species is in Florida. But Crawl was stupid.
It was, and
Oh
you
man.
told me every reason that we should not go to that movie, but we still went,
Yes.
and I'm glad that we did, because I would be scared to. I like really like looking at pictures of alligators, but I get scared to do it alone.
Okay, explain that. How are you
I,
scared of alligators?
ever since I was like 9, I've been
Mhm.
fascinated with like creatures,
Mhm.
and specifically alligators. But I'm also like terrified of them. Like if I see a picture of them, I just get like the heebie-jeebies.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I was really we drove a lot when I
Mhm.
was a kid. We were military, and we would move,
Mhm.
and there was like a lot of stretches where we would drive over swamp land, and I
Oh,
was
okay.
always looking out the window to
Mhm.
try to see an alligator, and I never did. But then, like a few years ago, I went to New Orleans for my birthday to try to see the swamp and see any alligators there. But then eventually went to a local state park and saw one, and now my dreams are fulfilled. But I still like looking at pictures to
Did you not
creep.
see alligators at like zoos, or did you go to zoos often as a child?
Oh, I want to see an alligator in its natural habitat.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Yeah. Like
Would you not?
like I still haven't seen a raccoon in its natural habitat, which pisses me off.
Me, okay, so like I said, I've only recently seen one, and
Mhm.
I thought the same thing. It was like this year. They're
Like
around.
like I almost saw a dead one because we were driving, me and some friends,
Wait, have you seen a dead one?
and somebody was like, oh, it's dead," and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "There's a dead raccoon over there," and I was like, "What?" No, and I looked away because I didn't want to see it.
Oh,
Even though I have a skin raccoon hat that's real, I believe it might be. It's most likely fake, but.
you can't call yourself a raccoon lover and have a raccoon hat.
There's raccoon pages on Instagram that are like, we love raccoons, but then they post like dead ones from
Oh,
hunters, and it's weird. But
oh.
yeah, because the
I
whole
have a
uh huh.
now.
You have a what now?
Go on. Oh, I have a hunting license technically,
Where did
but
you
that's
where did you get that from?
not Texas.
Okay.
Um, so really, I got a boating license. Part
Mm-hmm.
of the boating thing, I guess if you get the boating license,
Mm-hmm.
you are also it's a dual hunting license,
I guess for the
which I have.
fish.
You probably, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't want to hunt them. I just want to go on the boat and do some research for the shark movie.
Okay. Is that why you got a boating license?
Well, I got a boating license because I want to be a captain.
You okay? Okay, that's
As
fine.
of 3 weeks ago, I want to be a captain on the seas.
I don't think I can make it out on the sea.
I don't know how to swim.
Well, there like I know kind of how to, but I'm bad at it. So if I fall off the deck of a ship without like a buoy or like
Do you
floaties
have
around
any
my
sort of
arms,
disability? I know you have asthma, but do you have any like mobility issue? I don't know why I feel like you have like.
thanks. I'm kidding. No, at, so far that I know of, it's just asthma. I could be prone to like arthritis and things like that, but I don't know
It's like
yet. And I'm pretty sure I have like a heart problem
what
somewhere.
makes you have the heart problem?
It just feels like it. I need
So
to
like
go. I need to go to a doctor and get another like full on checkup. It's just been so long because it runs in my family, and I'll have panic attacks at night thinking that I'm dying, but it's just like my stomach is gurgling too much because I ate some Chinese food from Panda or something.
panda.
Yeah, but It's because it just runs in my family, all the sickness and stuff, cancer, heart disease, asthma, you name it. The big killers other than sharks.
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. I don't know. I don't even know too much about that. I just know the meme.
You are entitled to financial compensation.
Yeah, and then I should contact them to get some money. But that's interesting that you want to be a captain. The reason why I say I probably wouldn't, it's because we only know 5% of the ocean, right? That
Oh,
whole bullshit.
Phasmophobia or whatever it's called.
Yeah, so because I like swimming. I like swimming at the beach. I like swimming in pools. But put me on a boat in the middle of the ocean. I don't think I would ever leave like the boat at all. I don't even think I would even go on top of the deck. I would just stay below, hoping there's a below deck.
You can't tell like what's the water, what's the sky.
True. I just for me, it's like, because I've played video games. More specifically, I played Sea of Thieves, which is just a pirate game. But the oceans are so deep because it's an open world ocean environment with islands plastered around. And when you jump into the water and you go down and you look up, it feels so realistic to like being under the water and being so far away from the surface. I always get anxiety playing that game. And I was like, it makes me feel so uncomfortable. I can't. I just knew that from then on, I don't think I could actually go out into sea because of that.
I'm fascinated by water games. Clay started playing when we were on like a ship or something.
Do you know the name?
What's that game called? Black Wake.
Black Wake.
And then I also saw a preview for one on Reddit of this.
Of all places.
Like, new games they're going to make.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your Reddit link today.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. The frickin' so the shark thing, back to that. The reason why, again, I guess it just worked, is because it was realistic. Because you look at Sharknado, right?
Gross.
Exactly. I don't. A lot of people, they like it for the schlock, but once they became, I think, self-aware that it's bad, I think they started intentionally doing that it was bad, so it got worse. But it's because of stuff like that where it's like, okay, you have a tornado that's spewing out sharks, and you have a bunch of these companies doing these B movies with very low-end budget stuff, and the only place that's going to pick them up is the Sci-Fi Network. It's kind of hard to take these types of movies seriously, like especially like when Crawl came out. I remember I immediately told you like, we're not seeing this movie because I knew it was just going to be bad, even though it was pretty realistic, like the alligators or whatever.
The premise was that the alligators are like man-hunting animals, which is like contrary to what alligators do. The whole thing about like, don't disturb them, they won't disturb you.
Yeah, but what I mean by realistic is because their reason for why they're hunting people is they're very hungry for some fucking reason. We don't know why, but they just are, and they're going to attack anything that they see. Which again is whatever. Did you see the photo of that gigantic alligator that was in Florida a couple weeks ago to a month?
No, and I'm sad to hear there are photos of alligators that I have not seen.
All right, let me pull this up real quick. It's a gigantic alligator in Florida. I do not miss living in Florida.
Today I had a kid. Okay, so I teach 4th grade now, and I play this game called Hot Seat, where my kids like sit in a chair and they get asked 3 questions. And like, where's your favorite place in the world? And the kid thought about it, and he's like, Florida. And that was all the context, but I wanted to know why.
Did you send him to the principal's office?
No.
Okay. God, I don't know. Like, when I was a kid, I liked it because, one, I was like 3 or 4, and it didn't occur to me how like places can be crappy. But also because we had season passes to Orlando Universal. So
I want to go.
So we just legit went twice a week, every weekend. And my dad's like, I hated taking you kids. And I was like, you're the one that got it for us. So what's the problem? Like, it's your fault. And I miss it. I want to go back. But
I want to go Halloween Horror.
It's all nostalgia, though. because I feel like I'm gonna not like it.
What do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah.
Like at Orlando, or are you asking me in general?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's how big he is. He's gigantic.
I didn't know you sent pictures here. Is
Mm-hmm.
this? I saw a meme
Uh-huh.
of this, and I
Yeah.
thought it was edited. Is this
No,
real?
no, it's a real alligator. Or
That is
or yeah,
cute. That's
it's
like
he's
dinosaur.
gigantic. Yeah. They can get massive. They can get really big.
He's like lifted off of ground.
Yeah, yeah, he's a big muscly boy.
I
And
want to kiss him on the forehead.
what was it? Yeah, it was because of the tropical storm made him move into like bigger land, so he was on a golf course.
That's the land.
And I'm surprised people in Florida were golfing, but I guess there would be those crazy people golfing. But yeah, like
Dang.
it's incredible how big they can get.
They rescue him, or they like capture him and hurt him.
I think they left him alone. If
Good.
anything,
I mean, I don't blame them.
well, because in Florida, you know how they have the Everglades and all of that. That's protected.
This gator come up to you, what you do?
Run, hopefully, and I can run. I would die probably from the asthma attack, but I'd rather die from that than the gator bite.
With the asthma attack.
Yeah. I mean, it would be embarrassing if I started having an asthma attack and then he grabbed me and started rolling me around. Then that would be embarrassing. But
I hear you not supposed to do that whole zigzag run thing that everyone says you're supposed to do if you see an alligator and get chased by one.
uh-huh.
They say you need like run in a zigzag because alligators like can't see something. But I read something that's like that's not true. Do not do that. You will die.
It sounds stupid.
Because it like slows you down and it actually doesn't make that much of a difference.
Well, yeah, because you're taking too much time making turns rather than just straight gunning it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same with bullets, though. I think this zigzag maneuver still works. I don't know. Video games, it works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Have you ever had a bullet coming at you?
When there's a bullet, like a real one, no. Fictional ones, yes. A lot. Definitely.
Life.
But, yeah. I don't know. Creature features just get a bad rep because...
I love them.
Unfortunately.
I've been thinking about like the swamp thing for obvious reasons now that I've expressed my like alligator love.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to make that good old classic horror creature feature like The Thing,
Mm-hmm.
or like what's that guy who comes up from the swamp with the tank on his head?
The tank on his head?
Like one of those old-fashioned scuba diver looking guys.
Oh, I don't know his name, but he's a scuba diver. I mean, that's pretty much
Just
it.
that whole aesthetic of that creepy like underwater coming back up resurfacing. I want to write something like that, but I have no idea about plot. I think.
No idea about plot. I mean, I guess then it would be, do you want it to be a real creature, or do you want it to be a humanoid?
No, I don't want. I want it to be a creature.
Oh,
That's
okay.
in my brain because of his surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bring the creature feature back. I want to make a good shark movie.
Just don't do what Universal tried doing, bringing monsters back. Because their whole dark universe failed completely with... I think they first started with Dracula Untold, and they're like, that kind of sucked. But we'll do it again with the Mummy, and then that sucked really bad. Oh man. Because
Would you rather get chased by a werewolf or a mummy?
By a mummy? Mummies are...
Really?
Yeah, because a werewolf is... I'm pretty sure a mummy would be slow. And that it's like... What, it's like a... Well, it depends on what kind of mummy are we talking. Are we talking about, like, traditional one? Like, where it's just in the wrappings and it's like the old creature feature type? Or are we talking about, like, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and it's very supernatural?
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about, like, toilet paper wraps.
Toilet paper wraps? Then yeah, definitely a mummy. Even if it's, like, alive by a curse, I will shoot it in the face and then run. And hopefully that would do it.
I was thinking about this the other day. I forgot what the answer was. Because I know, like, with werewolves, like, silver bullet. What's the one for zombie?
For zombie, just shoot him in the head. But and then it's like... But then again, you have to think about what kind of zombie you looking at, because the mummies are cursed, and I don't think they're really brain dead zombies. Like the way you get rid of a mummy typically is you have to lift the curse. So it's kind of almost immortal in that sense.
Alligator could lift that curse.
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe if it eats the whole thing.
What do you think is the creepiest? I would say scariest, but I feel like none of these monsters are scary. But like, what's the most like eerie of the classic monsters?
Eerie?
I think it's werewolves. Werewolves are creepy, but I like them.
I don't know of the original monsters.
I guess it doesn't have to be like original, just like tropes.
Tropes? I have no
like
clue.
You alone suddenly and in a dark, creepy place, and you heard shuffling. What would you be? Hope it is not.
What would I hope it's not? I depends on where I'm at, but if I have to say, I guess werewolf as well. But I feel like the swamp thing would be the worst, because it's like a humanoid swamp creature, and it's like not as, because a werewolf I can mistake as just a regular wolf and be like, oh, okay, cool, and then I notice how big it is, and then I die.
They're tall. It creeps me out when they like morph and they like stand up and they're really, really tall.
Oh yeah, I love the old movies of werewolves because they were more practical and they showed a lot of grotesque body horror. It's fun.
My sister got this big old werewolf decoration for her. Not even like her front yard. It was in her office.
Mm-hmm.
She like goes hard when she decorates. So for Halloween, she put that in the office. I wanted to see it because I was gonna visit her.
Mm-hmm.
And I got sick.
Oh.
Not with the bit. I just got sick.
No, yeah, same. I got sick around, probably the same time.
Like, have you gone out of places? You've been pretty careful.
Have I gone out to places? Not just to like grocery stores. I haven't gone to like anything else other than that. I've gone for walks around the neighborhood just to get some exercise, but nothing other than that. Because I'm still trying not to get killed.
I mean, yeah, no, you're being like responsible and smart.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at work the whole time, fortunately. But it's weird because I work at a school and it's just petri-dish.
Yeah. Do you still do Zoom calls at school, or is it back to normal?
I'm in person.
Wait, what was that?
I said no, I'm in person.
Oh, okay.
And the laugh was because I'm all like, oh, it's not a good idea. But right now we have it split, so it's like basically classrooms, one online and one in person.
Gotcha.
But next semester, I'm going to be exclusively online, so that's nice.
Interesting. God, this world sucks.
Obsessed. Obsessed with Among Us, and if I see like another one of those little creatures from the game, I've never played the game, but if I see another one, or if I hear someone else say "sus" again.
When sus started coming back into the vocabulary, I was like, man, we all need extinction or some shit.
I know.
I mean, I've unironically been saying it, but that's the worst part. Yeah.
Not that far away.
Freaking, I played Among Us like a couple times, but I didn't even play like the actual, like we didn't follow the rules. We played like hide and seek, Michael Myers type game, where pretty much, the man that you want to plow or something. I don't know, the one that you're very. Wait, what was that?
I said opposite way.
Opposite way, yes, the one that you want to, the one that you. I'm sorry, I just went brain dead and almost had a stroke.
I told you I've met him. Like I didn't know that I met him, but I've seen him.
Yeah, the original actor, right? Or.
But it's not the actor I care about. It's the shape.
Yes, you care about the shape plowing you. Yes, correct. But no, it's a lot of games that me and my friends do this, where we'll do like a custom game, and it's called Michael Myers because one person they can't be killed, so they're chasing you around trying to kill you, and it's pretty much last person alive wins or whatever. And we did it on Among Us, but it was pretty much just, we all know who the imposter is, and we just go around doing our tasks. But the cool thing is that you can mess with the FOV and all of that, so you can shrink the FOV of the imposter to where they can barely see anything. So they're practically blind unless they get really close to someone. So it's scary on both ends, kind of, where it's like, okay, I don't know where this guy is, but he doesn't know where I am until he gets really close. There's a video of it on my YouTube, which is I enjoy it a lot.
I didn't know that Among Us was so configurable.
Neither did I until one of my friends brought it up and said, "Hey, you want to not play the actual game and just do this?" And I was like, "Yes," because I don't hate those types of like Trouble in Terrorist Town or Secret Hitler and all that stuff. I don't hate them, but they're not my cup of tea usually.
I like the good old in-person ones.
Yeah,
And I
though.
mean, I really like the game itself. I just don't like seeing a bunch of fourth graders draw it all over their desks.
That sucks.
They're not even allowed to talk about pop culture, so they're really breaking the rules.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I was about to say something and I forgot what it was. God.
Hitler.
Among Us, Secret Hitler, Michael Myers.
Established in the world that he lives in.
What about Michael Myers again?
Why can't he die?
He just can't.
Okay, so it hasn't been like addressed how.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen any of those movies. I know.
I will say. Go on.
I was just gonna say I know the Rob Zombie ones go back in time and they do like a what do you call it, like a prequel?
Try to make it make sense.
One of them did a prequel. I was people didn't hate it, but it was like why? But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I'm like trying to watch the whole series except for a season of The Witch or whatever because
everybody says to skip that one.
But I actually like, as much as I am a stan for Halloween, I'm just like I fall asleep through it so easily because it's kind of dull.
Yeah.
But I just like the vibes.
Yeah, it's pretty dull. I think I'm fine with the first one and that's it, mainly.
I haven't seen the fifth one. That's the one I need to watch.
Is that the newest one or is that
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it's the fifth one.
Okay.
Whatever one was before the most recent one, but there's another one coming out that was supposed to come out this year but got postponed because COVID.
Another one's coming out? I didn't hear about that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's called like The Return of Michael Myers or something.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I think it's called Homecoming.
That's even worse. There's a lot of bad stuff just around that word, Homecoming. Like a lot of bad movies and stuff, and video games. But you're aware of the actual what Halloween was supposed to be originally, right?
No.
So Halloween was supposed to be. It was originally thought of an anthology series where it was supposed to be a bunch of different things happening on Halloween, not about a single killer. So,
I think I know that.
Yeah, I think it probably was. I'm just remembering that. But yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. And so the third Halloween might have been Season of the Witch. I think it's that one. The one that has nothing to do with Mike Myers or Michael Myers. Mike Myers is Shrek. It has nothing to do, and it's an interesting movie. I haven't seen it all the way through, but I think it's got something to do with I'm gonna look it up because it's completely away from Michael Myers. Halloween Season of the Witch. Because it's about
Myers Pop Funko.
What about a Pop Funko? You want a Michael Myers Pop Funko?
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. I'm kidding.
It's only I'm having this crisis, not actually, but I wanted the Jigsaw one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it was $20, and I was like, that's too expensive. And now he's bolted, and he's $140. And I'm like, dang it. Funny Myers before the same thing happens.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that's so weird. Funko Pops are interesting. I don't hate them, but I have I have one, but that was a gift, and so it's a Jawa from Star Wars.
Oh, of course.
Yep. But yes, Season of the Witch is just an entirely different film on its own, following that original anthology route. But at that point, there's already been 2 Michael Myers films, so it didn't really make sense. Just why a lot of people don't like it.
I was like, none of it really makes sense because he just dies and comes back with that explanation.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really die at all. He just gets hurt and then leaves and then comes back.
In that most recent one, they like lock him in a house and set it on fire, and he's still coming back.
I don't know. I forgot what they explained it like how it's with Jason, where Jason can't die. It's kind of, I guess, just like evil incarnate is just something you can't destroy, so it's kind of just there forever.
Boring. No.
I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of think it's boring, but I mean, it's an easy way to make money with more sequels.
Oh, of course.
Like, I mean, have you seen the Friday the 13th films?
Only the first one.
Only the first one? Okay, because I remember watching the first one for the first time. I was like, where's the hockey mask, dude? And I was upset.
I think about the origin story and the mom.
Yeah, because it was completely something different before that. And I was like, all right. But after watching that one, I didn't even want to watch the rest of them.
I don't know. I love like the tropism of old school horror movies, but then I watch them and I'm like, this is kind of dull.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the tropes of the old ones it's just sex, teenagers,
Like,
blood, and what was that?
I said, but the titty scenes.
Yes, the titty scenes are amazing and they're fantastic, but then it's like when they're gone, it's like, okay, where's the death?
Just like so pixelated.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember what besides like Halloween, what was the last slasher / like just horror
like
film?
Or just in general.
In general, I think.
I actually really like Hush, that one that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, the one about the deaf girl, right? Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah, it's a pretty unique take on that kind of genre. I'm trying to remember. No, I don't. Why my Bloody Valentine keeps coming into my mind for some reason. I don't know why. I've never seen it.
It's like I haven't seen There was The Boy and The Boy 2, technically a slasher.
No. I refuse. That is not technically a slasher.
I will agree. The second one was
like I'll the first like the.
I don't remember what happened in it. That's how bad it was.
Can't remember. I recently watched someone review it and then go over the footage, and I was like, yeah, I hated every single minute of this movie. The first one I liked, of course, until the end, and then the second one it was cash grab, and it made no sense. And then there's gonna be a third one most likely.
I intend to watch it
because it left off with a cliffhanger where the
you're right.
The kid is possessed by Olaf. What the hell was his name? Brahms. There you go. I don't know why Olaf. I recently saw a really bad Olaf porn picture that I don't want to talk about. That's why he's in my mind.
Jugs in them?
No, I think it's her sister's name is Anna. Is blowing the freaking dude. Yeah, Anna. Sorry. Is blowing Olaf, but it's cut off. It was from the Twitter out of context Western porn. Oh. And so it just takes a screenshot of or it crops an image of a porn. It's funny. But I'm pretty sure I've sent this specific picture to you before. It's somewhere in our DMs. I even think you said don't send the Olaf one again. And I was like, no promises. So you like Frozen, right?
So I have this weird relationship with Disney where it's like I don't think about it, but then when I do think about it, I'm like, ooh, it sounds fun. And right now I want to go to Disney World because I want to go on the rides and eat the food, but I don't actually ingest the films.
You don't ingest the films. So, but
Pixar.
Yeah, you like Pixar more than.
I commend Disney. I don't think they're bad. They have a good brand. It's just I can't like. Tangled was good.
I like Frozen. I hate Disney right now, but that's because of just how they do shit. It's annoying.
what's that thing they have? Disney Plus?
Yes, I have
Is it
it.
cool looking, like with the interface? But then I skimmed through it and I don't really like things. But I like the National Geographic.
I haven't seen any of that stuff. I just went to rewatch old Disney movies. I
And
tr-
like the whole Star Wars series.
no, I haven't touched Star Wars like that in a while. The
Really?
last films really did a number on me to where I kind of don't want to watch. I At least I won't watch those three films ever again. I'm watching the TV show that they have right now for Star
Man,
Wars. Mm-hmm. And so far, mixed feelings on it, but it's
the Baby
okay.
Yoda show.
What was that?
Is it the Baby Yoda show?
I hate that damn baby. I hate it.
Okay, right now, I think based on everything I've seen and what I know, if someone asked me what The Mandalorian was about, I would say it is like Baby Yoda is the protagonist. Is that true?
No, he takes a back seat and everything. Like the whole point is to, at least in season 2 right now, is to find someone to take care of it and find its species. But in the last episode that just came out, that dynamic changed. Like, it's not about finding a species anymore. Spoiler alert for the people who watch this show. He's I hate this show so much. Pretty much now they're trying to look for somebody to train it because it's got force powers.
Who is the Mandalorian? Is that Yoda? Is that his race?
No, the Mandalorian is a humanoid race.
Oh.
Yeah, so in Star Wars, humans aren't called humans. I forgot what they're actually called, but they're humanoids. That's
I always
pretty much it.
forget that in like movies that are like there are just a handful of movies where people aren't humans but they look like them, and I
Hmm.
forget that people
Yeah,
sci-fi it.
yeah. In sci-fi, they don't like calling them humans for some reason. But like I think in like even some video games, they call them like Terra, like Terrans or something like that. But in Star Wars, I forgot what they're called, but they're not humans. But people are usually called by what planet they're from. Kind of like how people can be called what kind of state they're from, like San Antonians or what have you, right?
Star Wars like Padawan or something, right?
Tatooines or some stupid crap like that.
Tatooine.
So like in Mandalorian, they're from Mandalore, but they're called Mandalorians. So that's what they are.
Oh, that's like the equivalent of calling a show the American.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the American. Yeah, or that's pretty much exactly it.
Ew.
But the Mandalorian himself is fine, but what we thought it was going to be at the beginning was not what it turned out to be. So a lot of people are like, eh. But then you have all the other people that are like, there's a cute baby in it, so why fault it for that? Type.
It's not cute.
I don't think it is either. I mean, it's uncanny because it makes human baby noises, and it's an alien. So you'd think it would make alien noises. So it coos and it goes like a baby, like a human baby.
Gross.
And I immediately was thrown off by it. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then everybody's like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, "It's an alien."
Like, you don't like movies?
Yeah. I don't like movies at all. Because Yoda spoke like people would be like, "But he's old." But it's like he spoke like that. And
I
then
like Yoda.
You like Yoda?
No, old. Like I like the fact that he's old and then older. I think Baby Yoda is. Wait a second.
Here we go.
Is Baby Yoda actually Baby Yoda, or is it just like a baby version of his species?
It's a baby version of his species. So
actually Yoda?
No. So another spoiler is that he has a name. His name is Grogu.
Grogu?
Exactly.
Oh, I feel like the veil is being lifted for something I did not want to see.
Yeah. Grogu is his name, and I hate it. No, people were calling it that because there was no name for it. And so people just called it Baby Yoda.
They're all Yodas.
They're all Yodas. Well, I mean, because we have in the Star Wars universe, we have no idea what the species is called. Because they're supposed to be Because George Lucas's original thing was he's not supposed to have a name for it because it's supposed to be mysterious. But now Disney's screwing that up because they're like, we need answers, and it's like, frustrating.
How did Yoda get his name?
It was just his name. So the way Grogu got his name, he just another Jedi spoke to him, quote unquote, by just staring at him. They use the Force to communicate, which is the thing that is supposed to have been like communicated to the audience. Like that was the subtext of it. They use the Force to communicate. He goes, "Oh, his name's Grogu, and he was here when all this happened." It's like, what? Like they retcon a lot of stuff that a lot of people are like, why? Or at least me and a couple of my buddies are like, why did you do that? Because now it kind of messes up with the original stuff that happened in the older movies.
Star Wars is confusing.
They've made it confusing. It used to be fairly easy to digest when you just looked at the movies, but now we have we now have TV shows.
Where should they have stopped Star Wars?
Why should they have stopped it?
Like, where should they have?
Where? Episode 6. When the original films were. If anything, they should have stopped it when Episode 3 came out in 2005. And that should have been it. If they wanted to make new stuff, then they could have done what they did with Clone Wars, but even then, I hate the Clone Wars cartoon as well. It's not my cup of tea. I like a couple of things from it, but they screw with a bunch of stuff that didn't need to be screwed with. And that happened when George Lucas sold the company or the IP for it. So it just, if you look at one of his interviews that he did, he calls Disney white slavers, and that he sold his thing to white slavers, and everybody was like pulling at their collar, going, "Ooh."
I thought Mickey Mouse was a good guy.
No, you think Disney's good guy? No. Disney's like a corporate monopoly almost with all the shit that they've been buying recently.
Yeah, they own the world.
They're starting to completely own a lot of things. Like Universal is probably like one of the only companies that hasn't at least outreached and bought other companies like Disney did. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Disney went and bought Universal in the future because they already bought Fox, so they have that.
I didn't know they bought Fox.
They did. At first, people were like, "Oh, they're just buying a part of it for their Marvel stuff," but then they bought the whole thing. So now it's they have Hulu and Fox because Hulu is a subsidiary of Fox, I think.
Oh, that's why Hulu has the bundle with Disney Plus.
And ESPN is also owned by Disney. It's also owned by Fox or something like that. So that's why there's the bundle with ESPN, Hulu, and then Disney Plus.
Can you imagine being a descendant of
A descendant of what?
the Disney family?
Like people that worked at Disney?
No, like Walt Disney's relatives.
Oh.
Like or something. I think he actually had, because I googled this once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the actual whole story was, but I think he had like, it didn't end well. Basically, there was like unclear family lines about who was actually, like he had like a stepkid or something like that.
Okay.
Over the money.
Interesting.
And I don't know what happened.
Well, I can tell you that none of his kids, if he has any, are working for Disney at all. Because I think Bob Iger, who stepped down, I think, I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong on this damn show, but like Bob Iger is not a Walt or a Disney. Disney was his last name, wasn't it? Wow. I'm just realizing that. What a pompous prick. You know he hated Jews.
I believe it.
Yeah, he did.
Look at me.
He did. I forgot if he was actually. I think he was German, but he had a.
He was around during that whole time, wasn't he?
He was. Late 50s, early 40s, or late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. Yeah. He had a disdain for them. It wasn't like Nazi level hatred. Like he didn't want them gone through gas.
Anti-Semitic.
He just didn't want them around.
Still
or something like that. I should probably say what's that word? I don't know. It wasn't proven But a lot of people
Like,
say
tolerate the Jews, okay?
he didn't. He barely tolerated them, most likely. Oh man, Disney sucks. I mean,
Maybe
I like old Disney, but
Jewish.
what
What if
about
they made? My gosh, what if they made like Anne Frank version of a Disney?
they would never. Well, first they would make another live. You know what? They'll just make a live action version of it. They won't make it animated. I was thinking animated. That would be funny. Because
Maybe they need a Jewish princess.
they never will because they're white.
I mean,
They won't make like a colored Jewish person.
yeah, they wouldn't make like a Israeli Jew.
No, because then they would be like, ugh, this isn't gonna go well with airports or something. I don't know. That's bad. Did you see the new Mulan movie, or did you care to see it?
I don't follow. I didn't even know there was a Mulan movie.
Oh man.
Mulan songs.
Well, they removed all the songs, so it doesn't matter.
I knew they're supposed to be like historically accurate and stuff.
It's not even close. So yeah, the reason why they were like, oh, we need to go for a more accurate version of this movie is because China doesn't like Disney whatsoever. Like every Disney movie that's come out to date has done poorly in China. And Star Wars is one of them, but Star Wars, even before it was a Disney product, never did well in China, which is why they were trying to push for let's get Asian representation in the newer films, and that still didn't work. China's a very weird market with movies. China's just into giant robots fighting each other or monsters fighting each other.
King Kong.
Well, yeah, like Transformers, Godzilla, they love that stuff. But when it comes to other things, for some reason, nobody wants to see these movies. And so when Mulan came out, they really did not like that movie. Because one, it was a cartoon, and two, it was just very unrealistic. Because, you had a talking dragon, a cricket that was emoting with word, like silent with body language, a horse that acted like a pet, all this other stuff, right? And so this past year, or since 2019, they were like, okay, we're going to make a live action Mulan movie, but we're going to film in China. We're going to do historically accurate stuff. We're getting rid of the dragons. We're getting rid of all the magical stuff. And then the first trailer comes out, and it's one of the most fakest things I've ever seen. Because in the movie, the bad guy has a hawk that doesn't talk. It's like a regular animal that he uses as like a spy plane. They made the hawk a witch, like they did with that Fantastic Beasts 2, where they had the snake turn into a woman. They did the exact same thing, but with this hawk turning into a witch. And they were like, "This is accurate. This is realistic." And so that was like the first mark that people were like, this kind of sucks that you kind of said that. And then there's the whole political aspect with, the COVID stuff. And then the fact that they filmed on some questionable land where there's like inhumane stuff going on with like internment camps and stuff.
Oh, dang, I know they had all that going for them.
Mm-hmm. Like when the credits came out, when the movie came out, people immediately were like, hey, you said because they do the special thanks when you film on locations as credit. They saw that some of the locations where there are internment camps in China. And so people are like, so cancel culture comes out and starts knocking, going, hey, you want to take this movie down or something? I don't know. But but like my whole issue is not even all of that. It's just, it's a terrible movie in general. And you can blame COVID for rushing it, but it was rushed horribly. The editing is bad, sound quality gets bad, but the acting's terrible as well. But in a nutshell, that whole entire movie is Star Wars in China.
Oh, I thought you meant like the plot. I was like, wait.
No. So, because my theory is that they were like, okay, They don't like Disney's like they hate Star Wars. Why don't we make their version of Star Wars? And the reason why I say that is because, you know, in the original Mulan, part of following her story is seeing how she becomes more than just, you know, a woman meant for being as a, like a wife or like a trophy pretty much to a man. She
Honorable.
she becomes an honorable woman by fighting in the army in her dad's place, by learning how to do all these things, doing the training and doing all this crap. In the live action movie, they're like, nah, she's good at what she does because she has superpowers. And her
Mulan actually happened.
wait, what?
So is that not how Mulan actually happened?
She doesn't have superpowers in Mulan. She just trains. That's why the be a man. That's the what do you call it? The montage is her training.
More accurate in the.
Yes, it's more at the cartoon is accurate, and the live action is not.
They try to remove all the cultural appropriation, but then subbed it for magical powers.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much, it's like Star Wars in that in Mulan they call it chi, and it acts exactly like the Force, which is just in Mulan they say the chi binds everyone together on this earth, but only a few select people can take that chi and harness it and use it for supernatural abilities. And so the only thing that they make it to be like women have power bad is that they tell Mulan because she's a woman, she should suppress her powers and just work on becoming a wife in the future.
Dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the whole story.
That's pretty much it. And then of course, it's like it's pretty much cut and dry the same story. Like it's Mulan wants to be something more. She doesn't know who she is. She knows she's not cut out to be like generic woman material. And then of course there's a war going on, but it's not the Huns anymore. It's more accurate. I forgot. It's like the Mongol. I don't know who the fuck it is. Mongolians. I don't care. I didn't care. I was really tuned out. But they got rid of the funny friends, the dragon, the cricket. The cricket is subbed in for a human version, but he just goes, "My nickname is Cricket," and that's it.
Stupid.
Yeah. Her love interest is not Shane. It's just some random dude. And then it's just a random Asian guy who's like very scrawny and weird looking. Not saying that Asian people are weird looking. I like Asian people.
I know that.
Okay.
Today I learned that Mandalorian is not Yoda. Yoda is not Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yes.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
I feel enlightened. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God. Also, I gotta go eat my pizza.
Yeah, no problem. We can cut it right here. We did
Enough substance for you.
58 minutes. That's actually pretty good.
Nice.
Let's see. Is there anything that you would like to plug? Any social media, YouTubes, anything like that that you want people to go follow for any of your stuff?
Well, I have a YouTube channel, but it's so underdeveloped that you can't even find it by typing it in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look up the title 1 second almost every day, hosted by Nia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on YouTube, I'm putting this on YouTube as well. I'll link it in the description as well. You should go check her out. She makes really interesting videos. That's not a bad thing. It sounds really bad when I say interesting.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know my style.
Your style is pretty. You have a really good style, and you need to work. You need to do more things.
I am working on it. I have a plan. But first, I'm thinking, should I make? I want to change my screen name because I think Nia's weird and random, but also I guess like I'm so used to it now. Maybe I should keep it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about changing it to Film Rat.
Film Rat?
Yep. Rat.
Oh, Film Rat.
That's kind of how I feel about movies. Is that because, like, you know, my Snapchat handle has a rat reference in it?
Yes, Mr. Ratburn. Or
no,
Rat Bite, or whatever.
but so I'm gonna make my YouTube also have a reference, but I want to make it like film centric.
Okay.
So I'm like, we'll call it Film Rat. But also, I don't know if that makes me sound like gym rat, and I don't work out at the gym.
The gym
I don't
rat.
know.
I mean, can make you just seem like a film, just like a film person.
I need to be a film person. Maybe I don't deserve the name film rat yet.
We both need to be film people. No, I mean I would say first make sure it's not taken, because I had to make sure for that on YouTube for mine because it's just Maddie CK. And I remember the first time I tried that, it was somewhat taken, and by taken, I mean just make sure nobody else has that.
Or CK, okay.
Because there could be multiple people with the same name.
Yeah, but nothing like him.
But you'll get lost in it because I think there's like another Maddie CK around, but he's got like 1 or 2 videos, so it doesn't bother me. I don't know. It's Maddie CK because I don't know what else to fucking call my channel.
Me being Nia.
Yeah. I am not gonna call it that. Thank you very much. But yeah, I would just look up on YouTube if anybody's called Film Rat, and then if there are people, see how many subscribers they have and how many videos. I would if it's more than what you have now, probably change it to something else. I don't know.
Oh, I got 10 subscribers. Anybody's got me beat.
I mean, I think I only have like, I'm gonna make some people mad. Maybe 19.
You post content, and that's good.
Somewhat. I like editing, but it pisses me off when I try editing.
I just press all map the things you think because you like gameplay stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I now have a webcam, so now I'm gonna be doing maybe more commentary stuff. Now I can stream with it.
Oh, I have an idea for a video, and I will message that one to you because I want to do one with you, but I haven't figured out how to do it virtually yet. I think probably just a Zoom recording. But
probably.
That I think it's gonna be a good exercise for both of us.
I mean, we could also do it on Discord. It would probably be easier that way too. Just message me the idea and we'll go over it and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm definitely good with that. All right.
Well, thanks for as the first guest on Exclusively Solo.
No, yeah, thank you very much for coming along. I'm actually really happy that you did. If there was going to be a first guest, it had to be probably someone I really enjoy talking to. So I'm glad it was you, because none of my other friends were going to do this shit. That's why it's a solo. That's why it's a solo cast, people.
When you came out with when you launched the artwork, I was very impressed, and I was like, "Go, Matt Kelly, you hustle."
Thank you. I got to do something while I'm stuck here. So this should be coming out tomorrow. So if you ever want to listen back, it'll be there. It's whenever I wake up, and also try to do some workout because I need to get my gut taken off my body.
You need to look like that gator.
I do not want to look like that gator because he still has a tummy, but he's got some legs.
On your Instagram when you post
the episode. No, I will. I actually might just do it now. I'll just say just finish recording an episode, guys. All right.
All right.
Peace out, man. That is going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening today. I was going to do a webcam for the YouTube because I did get a webcam, but it didn't end up going too well. You know, I screwed it up. I screwed the pooch, if you will. Screwed the pooch on that one, so no video today, but I think I'll still upload this to YouTube so I can shout out Vania, the person you just saw. In case you're not listening to this on YouTube, her YouTube is Nia, Nia. Might be a little hard to find, but you'll probably find it. It's going to be in the link in the description on my YouTube channel, so you can go to Maddie CK over there, and you'll find her there. She does cool small snippet projects for video and all of that. She's going to be doing some more stuff hopefully later on in the future, and we've got something planned later on as well, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. You can find Exclusively Solo on Spotify, Overcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere that you can think of. And you can also find me on Instagram for the podcast at Exclusively Solo Podcast. And you can also find me now on Instagram at specifically, or no, it's not even, I'm already screwing this up. It's Seriously ESP in all, Seriously and then ESP in all caps. Seriously ESP at Twitter. And that I'll be doing the exact same thing I do on Instagram, just posting updates for when episodes come out, so on and so forth. So go ahead and follow me over there if you want to get any more details on that and behind the scenes stuff as well. You can also find me on Twitch when I stream video games and stuff like that at MattyCK Live. And then again on YouTube, MattyCK, for all the other stuff that I do. Stream uploads, all that stuff is going to be there as well. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Have a good night. Stay safe. Have fun. And I'll see you all guys next week. Peace and love for you guys. Not for people that don't watch this. They suck. All right. Goodbye.